Wow, y'all, this is a lot. Look at that stack of things I got in the past month. We're gonna start with the freebies first, of course, because there's more than I was expecting. Just starting into it, I'm gonna quickly show the free games and things without any gameplay or trailer over them, because, well, they're either one-off, or I think you guys will be much more interested in what I actually paid for this month. First up, we did get another Wii remote. For that Wii I got a few months back, so now I can play multiplayer, or co-op, or whatever. Maybe I'll do a co-op Subspace Emissary in Brawl? Sounds good. We got Fallout 3 for the Xbox 360. It's a post-apocalyptic shooter with RPG elements. Just the base game, mind you, no DLC. We have FIFA 14 for the Xbox 360. It's a soccer game, or football for those of you outside the States. I probably won't ever play it. I might just grab some gamer score points with it, who knows. And then finally, we have Destiny, the Taken King Legendary Edition for 360 as well. The game doesn't even work anymore, but it does come complete in box, so I guess I'll add it to my collection. Yeah, so that's all the free stuff. Let's move on to what we're actually here for, the stuff we paid for. Okay, so let's get into the games I actually paid for this month. First one is Dark Cloud 2 for the PlayStation 2. Released as Dark Chronicle outside of America, it is a spiritual sequel to Dark Cloud. Same mechanics, same hack and slash gameplay, same action RPG goodness. Apparently, it was the more well-accepted of the two games, and since I loved Dark Cloud, I have no doubt I will love this game when I get around to playing it. I paid $8.07 for this, because someone rung it up as the original Dark Cloud. Your screw-up is my game. You can play this game on PlayStation 2, or you can download it through PSN for your PS4 or PS5 with a 1080p upscaling, trophy support, and remote/share play capability. Although I now own it for PS2, I might grab the PSN version just to get the platinum for this game. Next, we have Forspoken. I know. The internet is pretty definitive on this being a bad game. Hear me out though. I've heard good things from many mutuals on Twitter, especially one AndresPlays, who has been a big advocate for the game and even has a review up about the game and several other games. Links to his Twitter and reviews will be in the description below. I figured, since I could get it for a cheap price of $14.88, it wouldn't be a bad idea to try the game for myself and form my own opinion. Forspoken is another action RPG, this time made by Square Enix. This was created by the same team that made Final Fantasy XV, Luminous Productions. You play as a young woman who was transported from New York City to the magical fantasy world of Athia. She gains magical abilities through a sentient bangle named Cuff. Anyways, before I start reading any more of this story, this sounds like my kind of game. I will probably play it for YouTube here, so you should subscribe to hear about what I think. Are you all fans of random party games? Do you like making your friends flip tables or take screenshots of the responses to taunt them? This next game, Jackbox Party Pack 7, is definitely for you. So anyone who has been to my Twitch streams or watched some of my YouTube videos probably knows I like to goof around and make silly jokes with the people around me. That's basically what this game, or pack of mini-games, is. I paid $4.04 in US dollars for this bundle of joy. This pack contains Quiplash 3, a game where you make funny responses to prompts, The Devil's in the Details, where you either play and do tasks as a team or sabotage the team for points, Champed Up, a drawing game where you design a character and go head-to-head with your friends' characters, Talking Points, in which you and your friends make a presentation with slides and information to earn points, and finally, Blather Round, in which you play Jackbox's former charades. I sometimes play Jackbox 3 on Twitch with friends and followers, so drop a follow on twitch.tv/MasterGame5X if you're interested in playing. Hey, so I picked up Persona 5. Again. I already own the Persona 5 Royal Steel case on PS5. But my job at generic game store was having a sale for 4 for 20 games. And this was the OG Persona 5 with a very intact steel case, and for the low price of $4.03, I can't go wrong with another 180-hour RPG, right? I now own both OG Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal in steel cases for PS4 and PS5. Guess I can't get both sets of trophies at some point. As I said earlier, this game is an RPG, its combat is turn-based, and I'm excited to play it. I've heard nothing but good from people that I talked to about it, and from what I've seen, the plot is great, the music I've heard is amazing, and I'm a sucker for RPGs anyways. Easy pickup. We are kicking it old school. Not quite that old school. Don't bring out the NES or the PS2. But hey, maybe dust off that Xbox 360. This next game is Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2 for Xbox 360. I paid $4.04 as part of the 4 for 20 deal. I played this game back when I was 16, after being the awesomeness that was Star Wars The Force Unleashed. This game didn't live up to the original, but it's still a very good game in my opinion. You play a Starkiller, Darth Vader's secret apprentice. Except, spoilers for the original game. We all thought he died. Apparently, you actually play as a clone of Starkiller that Darth Vader was hiding from the Emperor, as part of a plan to take over his position. Starkiller escapes this plan and embarks on a quest to understand who he is, but quickly gets embroiled in the coming war between the Empire and the Rebel Alliance. None of this is canon to the current Star Wars stories, by the way, so it is placed in the Legends category, and has no effect on anything pre-New Hope. I know everyone wants Starkiller to be canon, and who can blame them? He's a badass. I kinda just wish they would release the rumored third game in this story. One can dream, I suppose. Remember I said you should dust off the Xbox 360? Well, here's one of the biggest reasons to own one of these consoles. Fable 2. This was the main reason I got a 360 back in the day. Fable 2 is the sequel to the original Fable, and probably my favorite of the original trilogy. I'm still waiting for that Fable revival on Series X, Microsoft. It is yet another action RPG, with your basic actions being a melee attack, using a gun, or using magic. You can make decisions on how the world of Albion changes around you, and how your character changes as well. The morality system is really what got me into those choice games. While it was cool to look like a demon for being evil, I usually stick to being a goody two-shoes. Or do I? There is seriously a lot to do in the game. Collecting outfits, building a real estate empire, the main story being a solid 9 out of 10 for me. If you haven't played this game, you should. And being able to pick up this for $4.04 as my last game for the 4 for 20 deal was a no-brainer. You can pick it up for about $10 currently otherwise, so still a steal. Talking about this game makes me miss Lionhead Studios, so excuse me while I weep into my 360 controller softly. Okay, here it is. The main reason y'all clicked on this video. Or, I assume so. Tekken 8. We waited, and we were rewarded. Now that I own all 3 of the major fighting games from the past year, I can give a ranking. Tekken 8 is better than Street Fighter 6, and both are better than Mortal Kombat 1. I love all 3, but here's the thing. Tekken 8 has a story. Also, so far there hasn't been too many microtransaction issues. Now, unlike Tekken 7, there is no Akuma, so I can go back to playing my dude King and wrecking face. Just as soon as I get my hands on a finished story in this game. I picked this up after pre-ordering and discounts for about $55.24. Anyways, I've seen the rampant customization of characters in this game, including making Tifa, Cloud, Barret from Final Fantasy VII, Rock Lee and Sasuke from Naruto, and even Nemona from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Speaking of characters, let me know what your favorite Tekken characters are in the comments below. I'm curious. On to the last pickup of January. I ended up wanting a new controller for my PS5. So, I bought the brand new Sterling Silver Dualsense controller. The only difference is the color. It is a stunning sparkly silver color. It's a DualSense controller and is my third controller after the OG white and the God of War Ragnarok one. Still waiting for them to release a gold one so I can have gold for my PS3, PS4, and PS5. And that's it! That was everything I got in January this year. It was quite a lot. I was really only planning Tekken 8 and the Silver DualSense, but here comes free games left behind and a generic game store 4 for 20 deal to the rescue. Anyways, let's get us a big old grand total for this month. Remember, we had 12 games and collectibles this month, but 4 of them were free, and 6 of them were heavily discounted in some way. Only 2 were full price-ish, that being Tekken and the controller. Putting all that info aside, the grand total is $151.27, which is about the same amount of Pokemon shown in the first season of Pokemon, if we include Meryl, Togepi, and Donphan. That total is actually not too bad at all, things considering. Next month I feel I won't get so lucky, considering the amount of things coming out next month. See you then.